Hello, Dream Tour here, and I'm going to be doing a run of Amy's story on Sonic Adventure DX. Now, Amy's story is actually much more interesting than Sonic's story, for me anyway, and that while it's much shorter, there is a lot more interesting speed tech, and she is probably one of the most satisfying characters to do a speed run of, because if anybody remembers her story casually, it's one of the slowest-ish ones to do because of how slow she runs. But I will get more into that once I get into the run, so I will be beginning as soon as the screen fades to the loading screen. Okay, so Amy's story starts off with quite a bit of cutscenes to get through. Before we get to actually control her.
Eggman, can it be?
Now, story-wise, the beginning of her story takes place like right at the same time that Sonic and Tails get separated, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go meet up with Sonic. And you'll see me jumping around a lot like this. Oh, I will get stopped there, by the way, because of Cream. Cream likes to, like, lock certain characters into place until she's off the screen. So, the two main speed techs that can be used for Amy to get through each area quickly is her jump and also her hammer jump. Like you can see here, her hammer jump takes her like really great distances. But I like to use her jump quite a bit as well, because her jump is just as fast. And it's great for the narrow passages where you can't really do a hammer jump that much. Also quickly note that this is another no major skips category, so I will not be doing the skip where you usually clip into the second part of, or the other part of Twinkle Park with the mirrors and such. So I just open it the normal way. So I'll be doing a lot of jumping through here because there isn't a lot of room to do hammer jumps. Because you'll be trying to avoid those spikes as well as going through narrow passages like this one. And this section is a little annoying because it reverses your controls. And it's... Please don't die here. And it could be a little hard to adjust. Doing some more hammer jumps there just to hop over those gaps. Jumping up this hill, which usually would take forever if you tried to run up here casually. Amy. And that is Twinkle Park done. Right after this, we are going to get captured by Zero. Which will take us straight to the egg carrier. And after this cutscene I skip, we'll be playing a little mini game which I like to call Whack-A-Sonic, which is basically you're going to be whacking Sonics or Supersonics to get a certain amount of points. Now you only need to beat Dr. Robotnik's score. So if you get at least 100 more than 2,000, you could just let the game go until it just finishes. Supersonics are worth a lot of points. Sonics are worth normal amount of points, and Eggmans will completely take away a certain number of points. I forget what the amount is exactly. And so that minigame is done. And we will get the first and only upgrade of this run, and that is the Warrior Feather. Which the Warrior Feather is actually completely useless for speedrunning. But it's a required upgrade to progress through the story. Oops. Forgot the split. And so we're going to be entering the second level, Hot Shelter. Another very satisfying level to get through.
Hold on to the handle and turn the key to the left to open the door.
That's really lucky. So you do not want to fall in the water there, because it's a bit of a time waste, because you have to climb the ladder out. But luckily I got caught on the very end of the ladder, so I didn't have to climb it very far up. And that was a dumb of me. I got a little bit impatient there and tried to jump a little too soon. You could jump on the next part a little earlier than intended. Whoops. And the code here is always the same. It's left 1, right 3. And there's a little tiny skip you could do here, where instead of pushing this ladder all the way to this hole, you could just jump from the ladder to it. Now Zero can be a little annoying here, because he'll try to hit you while you're trying to turn that handle. But if you're quick enough, then you could just ditch him. That was silly. I was trying to do a little jump there. Try and save a little time, but...
Be careful not to fall off.
So that's unfortunate. What I was trying to do there was I was trying to get over to the switch, but as soon as I hit the switch and tried to jump back, Amy just decided to fall down instead.
Move the handle and the lip should move.
Coming up on our first room where we have to do a little puzzle. Which this one isn't too hard to do because you don't have Zero trying to hit you the whole time, like with the second one. What's kind of annoying too is these switches don't like to go into the hole if they're not like put in a precise spot. And yeah, as you see, Zero destroyed that movie theater screen, so no IMAX movie for Amy. So this puzzle I have to try and do while also avoiding Zero. Which the best way to do that is just smack him away if he gets too close. See? Precise spots. It's silly. Nice. It's really nice when I can get the hammer jump to the gold balloon. So we're already coming up to near the end of Amy's story. Just gotta trigger some more cutscenes, do Final Egg, and then Zero. This probably won't be a PB run, but it'll be good enough for a recording. Again, not a very interesting section here, because we're just be skipping a bunch of cutscenes, because that's pretty much a good majority of Amy's story is cutscenes. Before finally going over to Mystic Ruins so we could go to Final Lake. This is kind of the annoying part of the run, is getting through the forest so I can get to Final Egg. Because it's kind of easy to get lost sometimes, unless you know the exact path to take. I usually try to take the same path to and from Final Egg, just to make things simpler. And now for Final Egg Password Part 2. There we go. Took a little longer than I would have liked, but... Sometimes if you just mess up the password, it can be hard to recover. I usually reset the room there if I mess up, but I just thought it would be simpler just to try and fix it. So this is the level where hammer jumping comes in handy quite a lot. Mainly to jump over those lasers. Oh, don't do that. This is where you can fool around and do the hammer spin with the warrior feather. And have drunk Amy get on the elevator. Now here's the RNG part of this level, and that's these doors. It's completely random, and wow, I got it first try. It's completely random which door is actually the door that leads to the goal. And I was extremely lucky that it happened to be the first one I chose. Alright. So we just got one more thing to do, and this run is done. And that is we gotta face off with Zero. Right after we get through this forest section. Now time for the slowest ladder climbing in this game. And so we're going to be taking the boat here to Egg Carrier since it's the fastest, and also it's just a more convenient way of doing it. Unfortunately, I didn't PB, but this is still an okay run, all things considered. Now Zero here is a really interesting boss in that he's pretty simple for you to quick cycle if you get him near that gate. Or, laser thing, what do you call it? You just gotta make sure you hit him at the right time. That is Amy's story done. And now we get this heartwarming little cutscene where Birdie reunites with his family.
That birdie? Are you okay? Can you fly? Whoa! You did it! Now you three can live in peace again. I'm so happy! I'm going to try my best too! Just watch me! I'll make that Sonic respect me! And by that time it's gonna be too late!
And for some reason, the animation of her blowing a kiss there is slower than Dreamcast. But yeah, that's Amy's story. Hope you enjoyed. And enjoy the rest of these credits.
I got up my map and chose a place I wanted to go. Packed up my stuff, set out for adventure. I know that you're lucky. Colors that cool shade. Mind painting myself blue for you. need you just as much as you need me. Ooh, oh, Sweet, sweet, you're so sweet. Sweet, sweet, you're so sweet. Ooh, yeah, yeah, Sweet, you're so sweet, yeah. Sweet, sweet, you're so sweet.